Okay. All right, bye. One by one. Ladies and gentlemen, Slaughter, the band that brought it more than any other band today has yet. And y'all know I love Warren, so I'm saying that, you know. It's no disrespect, but come on.
It's a wet day. It's a wet day. Well, wet is good.
Are we waiting on two, or is it just you guys? What are we doing? Alright, so in the meantime, we'll just babble about Slaughter. Slaughter's awesome. There you go. Mr. Blando, ladies and gentlemen. We got one more. He's right here. He's coming in right now.
There we go.
He's coming, I promise.
There we go. Zoltan.
Did you watch Zoltan over there? Come on. Good God. And that goes for all of the above. I'm just going to turn it over to Slaughter. If y'all could just introduce yourselves, and we're going to do the questions, guys.
Mark Slaughter. Dana Strum. Bob Newhart. Paul Newman. Bruce Jenner.
Alright, guys, we got a question up in here. If not, I'm going first. Alright, got it.
Okay, go ahead.
You guys
I just want to say thanks for your shout out to the military before Fighting Angels. I just got back from my third deployment to Iraq. I was deployed twice. And it's a great thing to hear such support from the folks that we've idolized and rocked you for years. So I really appreciate that. Have you guys ever considered doing a morale tour?
Yeah, we've talked about it, but it seems like, the schedules is never aligned, and, it's kind of like the whole Slaughter thing. It's like, well, I don't know if, it just has never worked, but listen, it all started in '91 for us when we were over in, we were at the BB, over at, in England, when the first war happened. And the Desert Storm thing, and I'll tell you what, it was the spookiest thing, because it was like in a British accent. The United States has just declared war on Iraq, and it was like, we're driving in fog and everything else. So it was like one of those things that we felt like we were understanding what was going on there, and you guys are the ones that make it all happen for us. I mean, yeah, thank you, and safe travels.
Go with one. How the hell do you guys do that in the heat that was out there today?
How do we do it in the heat? You don't think about it. It's just like a hot tub, right?
I've told people so many times, when you go out there, when you're a kid in a bedroom, you have one dream, and your dream's to play to anybody. So if you're lucky enough to be our age and have done this, Mark and I 25 years, Blando 12 years in the band, we've known Zoltan over a decade, and if you're lucky enough to do this that long, then you owe it to people that are reasonable enough to come see you, to give them every fucking thing you got. And if you do, and you died up there, it's where you wanted to die. If you were that kid, you're like, I wish I would die doing that, and that's me. I hope I die up there. I mean, I'd rather die there than anywhere. Mr. Bland has a different take.
Say what? Can't even hear you right now. Another question?
Another question, guys? Another question? If not, I'm going again. There we go.
You obviously like to interact with others. Do you prefer to interact more in an intimate setting or a bigger venue?
What's better?
I think that both of them have their advantages. In a small venue, it's it's a little bit more hot and sweaty than this, because sometimes the air conditioning doesn't even work. But I think that it really is just for us, just like Dana said, it's a blessing for us to be able to do it all these years later. And it's the songs that we wrote. We're the only band from our genre that wrote and produced and still perform our own music. So to do it from front to end and still see our music affecting people is really the coolest thing ever. I feel we get paid to travel.
Yeah, we should pay them. We get paid to just travel. But playing, it's really.
Yeah, we play for free, but travel. We feel like we're paid to travel in the shows for free. That's kind of how we think of it. Was any New music. We've got a couple songs. We didn't bust them out tonight because they're set times. But we've got some new stuff we've been working on. I don't know when we're going to release it or what we're going to do with it, but you know, we're going to do something at some point. We keep threatening to do that.
Got one over there?
I know y'all did your own music the first time. Are y'all going to do that again this time? Stay true to the
Yeah.
sound?
Yeah. We've always had creative control from the beginning.
I think the one thing that's so important, we never ran away from the genre ever. We love what we do. When another style of music, as over the years it's happened many, many times, became popular, it's like seeing AC/DC, Alice Cooper, or Black Sabbath not being who they are. You want to see who they are and what they do. So we have no choice. You have to be who you are, and you have to do what you do. For us to say that we were influenced by other people than we were, that's what we grew up with. That's what we know. That's all you wanted to do when you were a kid. So if all of a sudden you came out and you were a different person just because something was popular, you'd be a sellout. And I don't, you know, we didn't ever talk about money. Never. We talked about living your dreams. I mean, I think at this point, you know, when you're our age at this point, you're like, we never ever talked about what the fuck you do later, you know?
He's still Dana. It's just not the big hair, the pink pants, or the lipstick.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. We've never played an Invasion song. We've kind of played a couple of licks, you know, in sound check, but you know, we just never went there. I mean, you know, that really wasn't. That was kind of Dana and I more than it was the rest of the guys. But I mean, obviously we came from that. We're proud of it. I still look back at all that stuff with great memories. My first tour was with Alice Cooper and Iron Maiden. I was, you know, snot-nosed guitar player, became a singer. Next thing you know, I'm with Dana, and we've been, like he said, 25 years going.
Those memories, a lot of people will bring those Vinnie Vincent CDs, like, and I'm like, look, I love that shit. I mean, I still love it. I listen to it all the time, and I love it. And you know, yeah, we had a certain feud at the end. You know, there was a lot of financial wrongdoing, but I mean, now this long later, it's like you got to forget a little bit. You know, just move on. And if we got a call at one point, and he's like, look, I'd love to do some. You know, we had a couple of great offers for Vinnie Vincent Invasion to go do a number of shows, and none of us could ever find him. So I don't feel that they were ever presented. And we've heard so many different stories about what's gone on that we just, you know, we wish him well, and it's been a lot of years, and we're proud of that stuff, and move on.
Anybody else? Any other questions? Slaughter? I'll ask one.
Okay.
Because looking back now, it's about 10 years since Back to Reality.
Right.
I don't want to know, looking back now, what do you think of that album? I happen to love it.
Back to Reality. It was Blando's first time in the band. I think, you know, he brought a different sound to the band. I think he brought a heaviness to the band, and I think there's an attitude that came along with, you know, after Tim died. I mean, that was a big blow we took. But you know, Blando was our sound man. Also ran sound for Warrant, and he was our friend. And I think that's one thing we realized out of, you know, when Tim passed, is that friendships and is probably more important than anything. And you know, we were lucky to have him to be a part of it and just kind of fall right into the band. We've been on a tour with the bus with this guy, and he played great guitar. Tim always joked about it. You know, if anything ever happened to me, you've got your guitar player right here. And
that record and many others, you know, everybody says about songs, you know, Fly to the Angels, You're Up All Night, or Mad About You, or many of the early hits. Later, many years later, now 20 plus years later, I still love Days Gone By, and if I'm proud of one of the songs that we recorded, that's a song that I'm really proud of. And it doesn't really matter if it hits. Good song's a good song. It doesn't, that portion doesn't matter. And at one point, somebody redoes the song, and everybody says, "Oh my God, who did that?" But Back to Reality had some great songs on it. It was a changing time. Orlando did a great job. Everybody did. Bloss played live drums. It was a really fun record to make, and it had some great songs. I mean, I think we're all really proud of it.
By the way, I'm an old guy now. I've been in the band, 12 years, right? But this guy here, what a showman. What do you guys think of this guy on drum? This guy, Z-Man, you are the man.
I actually have a
Thank you.
question for him. I've got a
Can you like twirl this around your head and...
Alright, recently
Actually, passes on that over there. Recently, Mike
That was a basketball. Mike's very respected in the comic community. How does that make you feel to have that praise on you?
Shocked. I wasn't really looking for it. I just come from the fans' point of view because obviously I was in that chair and just now I'm on the stage. So to have drummers like that, the elite, that do clinics and are basically legends, I really don't play to them. I play for the fans. It's just kind of like a bonus that happened. Thankful, grateful, humbled that somebody like that would say that about me. And I don't know him. I still haven't met him. But I reached out to him and told him thank you just through email. But just blessed and just thankful to have the opportunity.
Well, guys, the ride is here. We gotta get rocking, but they're gonna stand up, take some pictures, and we'll get them out. Pictures here. All right. There you go.
Are y'all with the band? Can I get y'all to get them a song, please?
We really have to get them moving.
Let me do it over there.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Thank you, man. Thank you. See you, man. Let's go. Mark, let's go.
We're missing one.
We're taking off on the bus, but I'll call you.
Mark?
All right, we're on rapid fire right now. Dirty Penny and Lynch Mob coming right up. The fun doesn't end, and hey, this is the best place to be right now. I'm just saying. Dirty Penny is up next.